Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Hut. The most recent Hollywood stunner is going to shake your reality. Well, you thought you'd heard it all. The show encompassing Sha Diddy Coms takes a surprising turn, and this time it's hauling, in all honesty, Jada Smith, the spouse of Whiz Will Smith, into the spotlight. Late disclosures propose a tangled trap of mysteries and disloyalties that would make even the juiciest drama impossible to compare. It's not just about Diddy's potential life sentence in the midst of sex-stealing claims. However, that is stunning enough all alone. Yet presently, it's not just about Diddy running some sort of Epstein-type bargain where he was recording everyone, right? No doubt, I don't realize that there's any confirmation of something besides that proof, and admissions are surfacing portraying Jada Smith supposedly being something other than an easygoing colleague of Diddy. Reports recommend she was his unique companion, regularly visiting his restrictive social events and purportedly getting significant pay for her organization. And on the off chance that that wasn't sufficient to raise your eyebrows, murmurs suggest that Will Smith was mindful of these courses of action and may have even upheld them to settle family obligations. This is simply insane. Just perused as the examination develops, it's turning out to be progressively certain that what we've seen so far is simply a glimpse of something larger, from potential life sentences to charges of misuse and double dealing. This adventure has everything, and we're simply getting everything rolling. So snatch your popcorn and plan to be stuck to your screens as we uncover reality behind the excitement and fabulousness of Tinseltown's tip-top. Well, in the event that he truly was recording everyone. He had many individuals at those gatherings, right? Yet. Before we dig into the most recent disclosures with respect to Jada's participation at Diddy's gatherings and her supposed personal connection with the hip bounce head honcho, we should go on an outing through a world of fond memories. The Smith family and Diddy have been entwined in Hollywood circles for nearly 30 years. Different reports propose they've been companions for quite a long time, with Diddy in any event giving indications of consideration toward Jada, before anyway she at last picked Will, prompting what had all the earmarks of being a strong companionship between the families as of not long ago. Late exposures from Diddy's previous protector shed light on a wild experience among Diddy and Will Smith. It's supposed that Diddy held on to extreme animosity toward Will after he and Jada probably endeavored to start a tryst with Jennifer Lopez, who was dating Diddy at the time Will Smith and Jada attempted to get on a threesome on You Plan to Pummel. Will Smith, is that genuine? The pressure purportedly arrived at an edge of boiling over at a birthday slam facilitated by Matt Damon for Ben Affleck at the Four Seasons as per the GAN bargain. Diddy's previous protector pressures erupted as Diddy associated Will and Jada with attempting to entice Jalo. So I know Puff so well that he stood up. When he stood up, Bargain reviewed Diddy's enraged response, communicating his aim to go up against Will over the apparent selling out of the circumstances raised to the point where Bargain situated himself decisively, expecting an actual fight between the two Hollywood heavyweights. No Puff could scrap now, however, I don't figure he could beat Will Smith. You understand what I'm talking about. Diddy's response to these claims was remarkably secretive during an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live. The awful kid tycoon evaded direct affirmation of the occurrence, picking a diversion. Rather, this show has gotten more insane since the last time. You're letting me know that I can't completely accept that. After all that I read, I don't have any idea what you're referring to. Against the backdrop of the stewing quarrel, new experiences have arisen, ensnaring Jada Pinkett Smith in Diddy's circle in manners that a couple might have envisioned. Insider reports propose that Jada was not just a regular visitor at D's select soirees, but in addition his undercover paramour. A disclosure sends shockwaves through Hollywood's world-class circles, testing the impression of unwaveringness and constancy. Twirl that Jada's contribution to Diddy traces all the way back to the 1990s, bringing up issues about the degree of her relationship with the hip-jump big shot, and the idea of her connections with Will during that time. Will deliberately ignore his better half's thoughtless activities, or was he complicit in working with her liaison with Diddy? These tempting inquiries just develop the interest encompassing this unfurling show. Definitely, and let me simply say this, it's crazy, right? Fanning the fire of hypothesis, insiders near the Smiths uncovers that several have in length embraced a modern way to deal with their marriage in a Hollywood scene where connections are frequently covered in mystery and picture the board. Will and Jada Pinkett Smith have strikingly tested regular standards, straightforwardly talking about their flighty excursion of adoration and responsibility. For sure, the Smiths have been vocal supporters of non-monogamous connections, a reality that could shock some, but not those who firmly followed their public explanations in a sincere meeting with GK in November 2020. Will Smith recognized their flighty way of expressing Jada and never put stock in traditional marriage. He explained their way of thinking, underscoring trust, opportunity, and the quest for individual joy within the limits of their association, that in 2016, you and Will concluded that you plan to live totally separate experiences. This receptiveness isn't simply lip service, it's reflected in their activities. The scandalous ensnarement with Rib vocalist August Allah, which Jada truly tended to on her Facebook Watch series, was a casual conversation filled in as a public demonstration of their eccentric way to deal with affection and connections. While some might see this as shameful for the Smiths, it's just a piece of their journey towards understanding and self-revelation. You and I were going through a truly challenging time, definitely. And we concluded I was finished with your butt. No doubt you kicked me to the monkey. I was finished, and you better believe it. August Elena's new disclosures just add one more layer to this perplexing story. In a noteworthy meeting with Complex, Elena unveiled that he and Jada Pinkett Smith had taken part in a heartfelt relationship, a case that severely impacted the diversion world. What's more, he proposed that Will Smith had given his approval to their relationship, indicating a uniqueness inside the Smiths' marriage that rises above conventional limits, while agents for Jada and Will quickly prevented the particulars from getting Elena's cases. The simple idea of an open marriage raises charming inquiries concerning the elements at play away from plain view. Might it at some point be that Jada's supposed association with Diddy was referred to as well as implicitly acknowledged inside the setting of their eccentric association? August was likely attempting to convey MHM in light of the fact that I could really perceive how he would see it as authorization, since we were isolated in the midst of the twirling bits of hearsay and shocking charges. One especially bold hypothesis has arisen, proposing a monetary inspiration driving Jada's supposed entrapment. Diddy sources near the Smith family portray what is happening, uncovering a Hollywood domain tormented by cash woes and marriage emergencies, as per reports from inside. Touch week after week, the couple creation organization Westbrook has been discharging income, battling to get new arrangements in the midst of the debates that have immersed their public picture with their once flourishing diversion adventure, presently floundering in esteem. The Smiths wind up in an unsafe position, scrambling to fight off monetary ruin. Insiders uncover that the couple's sumptuous way of life, including progressing renovations on their $42 million Calabasas house, has added to their monetary strain, with costs mounting and income decreasing. The Smiths are confronting a money smash of epic proportions, notwithstanding these mounting monetary tensions. Murmurs suggest a surprising chance that Jada's supposed rendezvous with Diddy might have been something other than taboo. Some conjecture that Diddy's abundant resources might have given a lifesaver to the striving Smith family, with bits of gossip whirling that he might have been remunerating Jada liberally for her organization. Might it at any point be that Will waste tackling his concerns in a turned manner? This inquiry in the air, creating a shaded area of uncertainty over the real essence of Jada and Diddy's relationship. If genuine, it would lay out a representation of Hollywood interest and distress where ions are produced not out of affection yet due to legitimate need, as a lady who appears hell-bent on undermining, abrading, and castrating her man, but in the midst of the twirl of hypothesis encompassing Jay's contribution with Diddy, another hypothesis arises, one that proposes Will had no real option except to acknowledge the obvious issues allegations against Jay about openly embarrassing her significant. Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.